how much the 49ers should pay Brock and why. I guess this is a different question than what is Brock worth, because that's a tough one to answer. You can start talking about other quarterbacks. I'm asking, how much should the 49ers pay Brock?
So yeah, I was thinking about it exactly the way that you were just saying. I had a whole thought process on like where does he rank among other quarterbacks that are making big money versus, the whole field as a whole, but that number is completely different. The number that he probably should get paid, and if he gets paid anything higher, I'll be a little bit upset. Anything above 50. If he's making anything above 50, there's a problem. If you can convince him to get into 45s, 40, something like that, that's great. But I think his agent and him are smart enough to be like, we need to hit 50 at the least. And I think that's going to probably be the number that they agree on. It seems like that they're both aware enough to be like, all right, well, if we want to try, we can't give this guy the 60 or the 57 or the 58, because then we won't be able to really compete.
Okay. Let me throw something at you, and this might come out across as harsh, but let me see if I can cushion it.
Okay.
And it's not harsh to you. It would be harsh to Brock. So we're talking about like what's fair, or I think, again, anything above 50. Think about it this way. If they wanted Brock Purdy for the next 3 years, all they have to pay him is the $5 million this year, a little bit more. The franchise tag would make it 41 the year after that. And then the franchise tag again after that makes it 51 the year after that. You add up 5, 41, 51. It's about $97 million in change overnight. So that's what they have to pay him. Anything more than that is them saying, we like you, we want to maintain a harmonious relationship with you, but that's it. I mean, really all they have to pay him is 3 years, 97. That's kind of like the Darnold deal, the Baker deal. And my question is, why should they pay him $1 more than they have to, especially given the season he's coming off? And I don't know, like, I'm curious to know the answer. It's not a rhetorical question. Like, I'm genuinely curious. What is the main reason to pay him more than you have to?
I think, the honest truth in today's league is that you have to make sure your players are happy, for starters. And if you upset him and he goes into request trade mode, it seems like that's pretty bad for them. Mac Jones, I don't know, but we can get into that more later. But I think it's really a big part of it is appeasing him. And I think that the realistic thing here is that the only way that the Niners can realistically seemingly have a chance in the next 3 years, I'd say, is Brock needs to be around. Whether you like Brock, whether you hate Brock, he's going to be the best option, because it's not like if Shedeur Sanders falls, I personally don't believe he's going to be a solution. I don't think he's going to be a starting quarterback for the team, and I don't think he can contribute as well as Brock. And I'm a Brock hater, to be completely frank, but I still am aware enough that he has enough ability, even after the offseason or after the season he just had, where it was just horror, just absolute horror. If that's his worst, I think if that's his best, if that's his average play, I still think that's better than Shedeur. So it's like you kind of got to pick here.
Is it fair to say that at 3 years, $97 million, he's absolutely their best option? But yes. Right, but if he is insisting on more than that, 4 years, 5 years, 40 million, 50 million, all of a sudden you could start talking yourself into fallback plans. You're our best option at on the franchise tag, but we don't necessarily look at you like the Eagles look at Jalen Hurts, because you're coming off a down year, and we don't want to really reward that. We have questions about you, and it would set a weird precedent for the future. So we're really prepared to make you play out your deal and get franchised twice. Happened to Kirk Cousins. It's not the end of the world. We'd like to give you some money up front and a signing bonus, but again, if we can get you for $397, we're not that worried about pissing you off, Brock. You're a nice guy. What are you going to do? You're going to go home and you're going to punch a pillow and you're going to say, gosh darn it. You're going to say fiddlesticks.
He's going to sound like Phillip Rivers on the field.
You'll get over it, man. You're not that. I'm sorry.
No, that was funny.
Horse feathers.
It just sounds like Phillip Rivers trash talk. That's what that is. It's great.
That's right.
But
what's he going to do about it, man?
Yeah, I think you and me are kind of saying the same thing. I feel
Why
like
not
in the
play
sense
hardball with this kid?
I
Why
I
not?
see that. I totally get that. Like, why not do it? But I
Like,
think the
be
whole
loyal to the team, not to him. I'm sorry, I'm keep cutting you off. Keep
yeah,
going. Go ahead.
you're good. You're good. Because we're thinking the same thing in the
Yeah.
sense of like, listen, maybe 3-4 years, that's the best option. And you're suggesting just franchise tag him, pay him this year, then franchise tag him twice. I'm essentially saying the same thing. I want them
Well,
to give him a
structure it
three,
different
4
where
year
it's a
deal.
3-year, $100 million deal with the signing bonus to give you some money up front, but it's the same deal.
Yes. It
Yeah.
is the same deal, but it's just my deal is giving him a little more money to guarantee that like I want out right now doesn't happen. Because if, for example, he does be like, you know what, I've been the nice guy. I've
Yeah.
been nice to this team, and you know what? This is my time to give them the bird. This is my time to show them the moon. Be like, I'm out of town. If that happens, they're done. It's over. So I think the $40 million is worth that alone.